Hello, my name's Lorraine Hearn and I'm going to show you how to do the brick stitch pattern, which is featured in this cushion cover design I have put together. Before I actually show you how to do the brick stitch pattern, I need to show you how to do the WRAP7 abbreviation, which is this pattern here. To do the WRAP7 abbreviation, it's going to be written on the pattern as, in capitals, WRAP7. The number outside the brackets represents the number of stitches being wrapped, and the number inside the brackets represents the number of times you are wrapping the yarn around those 7 stitches. So on here you can see I am slipping the next 7 stitches onto my right needle, and then I'm doing a yarn forward abbreviation, bringing the yarn in front of my needles, and then I'm transferring the 7 stitches back onto my left needle and then doing a yarn back abbreviation. And then I'm repeating from star to star 4 times, meaning I'm repeating the process from here to here. Note as well that when you do your next abbreviation after you've done this knitting abbreviation, you are bringing the yarn across the back of your 7 stitches before you do your next abbreviation, which will be on the cushion cover a knit one abbreviation. So I am now going to show you how to do this WRAP7 abbreviation. What I've done, I've casted on 9 stitches because I just really want to show you how to do the WRAP7. So for the very first stitch, which you'll find on this cushion cover, you're actually knitting the very first stitch, and then you are slipping 7 stitches onto your right needle, bringing the yarn forward. Now when you do this, don't do this too tightly, just make sure it actually covers the 7 stitches nicely. Once you've done that, you then take your left needle and transfer those 7 stitches back onto your left needle. You're probably wondering why I'm not using a cable needle here, but I actually find that I get an even tension doing it this method. But you can use a cable needle if you want to, but just be careful. After you've transferred those stitches back onto your left needle, all you do then is do a yarn back, which is bringing the yarn to the back of your work. Now you repeat this process 4 more times. So as you can tell, we've already done 1 wrap, but we need to do 4 more to get the 5. So I'm just going to repeat the process again. I'm transferring the 7 stitches across onto my right needle, yarn forward, and then transferring those 7 stitches back onto my needle and yarn back. And I'm just going to do 3 more times. So very quickly. Yarn back. Just checking, so I've done 4 wraps and I've just got 1 more to do. Now, when you've done all 5 wraps, make sure your yarn is at the back of your work. And as you can see here, I put a note. You are bringing the yarn across the back of all 7 stitches when you work your next abbreviation. So the next abbreviation on the brick stitch pattern will be a knit 1. So when you do your knit 1, just make sure that when you slip your stitches back onto your right needle, when you're finishing off the WRAP7 abbreviation, you then carry the yarn again loosely to the back, and then you do your knit 1 abbreviation. And that's it. That's how you do your WRAP7 abbreviation. Now, once you've actually done that, I can now show you how to do the brick stitch pattern. And it's very simple. Now the brick stitch pattern, I've got the actual cushion cover pattern here, but the main pattern is worked over 8 rows. So row 1, you are on the wrong side of your work, which is represented by WS, which is knitting abbreviation for wrong side. And the first row, you purl to the end of the row. And then row 2, you're simply knitting to the end. And row 3, you are purling to the end. Row 4 is when you do your first wrap row of the brick stitch pattern. And to do that, you do a simple knit 1, and then your WRAP7 5 abbreviation, and then you repeat from star here and repeat the process, knit 1, WRAP7 5 until you reach your last stitch in your row and you knit 1. Then your row 5 is purling, row 6 you're knitting that row, row 7 you purl, and then row 8 you're doing your second wrap row, which will create the brick pattern, and that will be you knit the first 5 stitches, and then you're doing your WRAP7 5 abbreviation and knit 1 and repeating from star to the last 4 stitches on your row, and then you knit those 4 stitches, and then you repeat these 8 rows throughout. You'll find the cushion cover pattern on my website. You'll also see it on Love Crafts, and I will have the link on my YouTube channel, so feel free to click on the link, and I hope you will enjoy making this pattern as well. For the pattern you will need 4 cones of Ribbon XL yarn, which is produced by Hooked. It's made from recycled t-shirt yarn, so this cushion cover is eco-friendly, and you'll need 1 pair of 12mm needles, but you can use a circular needle as well. Okay, I hope you enjoy making this. Thank you. Bye-bye.